Yippity boop 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 boop. We'll start here so we can see the side real nice. We're gonna have a quiet afternoon. A quiet afternoon. A quiet afternoon. Brought to you by Fruity Snacks of the Eorzean Aquarium. I did do the whole thing yesterday, just to make sure. That's how I know I gotta start it on this. Because here we go. We got an auto. Because sometimes, you just need a quiet afternoon fishing. Upgrade your gear so fish bite faster, or are more likely to be prized. Upgrade your shop so they sell for more. Remove the junk, repair the walls, clean up the river. Cleaner water means more fish. Maybe even the golden trout will come back. That's what you're after, yeah? Yeah. See, this is what I was saying, 15, you know. It's a real day of fishing when you're like, yep, here's a bluegill. Thanks, bluegill. Here you are. Anyway, I'll leave you be. I'll check in every now and then. Oh, and if you get tired of clicking... Oh, we already autoed. Here, we'll click ourselves. Oh. Press the play button to do it for you. Oh. It was a little delightful doing it yourself. So we can put it on auto. We can let it do it on its own. You can go over to fish. Alright. He can come live over here. We'll watch our delightful fishing happen. Here, what about on here? Let's do this. Hooah! Ha ha! Alright. Let's look at some photos. I dredged across a bunch of my camera SD cards. I dredged through some hard drives. Let's see what we got. Let's see what I dragged out of there. And I got really distracted because one of the SD cards was out of my old Switch, so it's all my, original New Horizons, playthrough screenshots. A delight. A delight. Alright. Here's you. Here's me. Alright, we've done it. We've arranged things in such a way that we can see everything. Alright. We've done it. We've done it. Alright, I can stay here playing stuff. Saying that's nature forever. What we got going on here? We got a sea urchin. This is an older picture of a sea urchin. Most recently when we went to the aquarium, we had one that was propped up perfectly against the glass so that you could see its mouth, which was really cool. You can't see his mouth. He's just a regular guy doing normal sea urchin things. We got some scope in action. Look at him go. I feel like this fish is often oh, my good side. Oh. Oh. A good guy. A good guy. I've upgraded my camera since. So it's actually kind of fascinating, seeing kind of the old grain that this one picked up. He got cut off. The poor baby. There we go. There's some nice urchin looking. Looking good. I'm always fascinated by, their actual little, kind of tendril thing. Oh, hey. He wants to know how we're doing back there. You know. How you doing? On days when things are tough, I like to go fishing. Don't have to catch anything, just need to relax in a river. Water flowing around me. so peaceful. And that is accurate. The best part of fishing really is just I have given myself a simple rhythmic task to do, and I'm gonna do it in nature for a while. Alright, well, since the narrator's got some things to say, we can do a little uppy-grady. We got 660 coins. I don't think we can afford to do any cleaning on that, but we can upgrade our gear. So we'll get a little crate to rest our pole on while we're waiting for bites. And we'll give it a sec, and we'll be able to upgrade our bait, too. Especially if we get more of the prize catches and our money can go up a little faster. There we go. Start using more bread on your hook. Fish will bite faster now. Alright, we were looking at sea urchins, though. What's this urchin up to? Oh, we got gull. Wait. What are you little? Here, get bigger. There he is. I simply love seagulls. I am, dare I say, obsessed with, quote-unquote pest creatures. Seagulls, pigeons, rats. I love them. Coyotes? Mwah. Simply the pinnacle of creature. Simply the pinnacle of creature. That's what coyotes are, Here, we want to see our lure. There we go. And yeah, Puget Sound seagulls actually are, they're their own unique species of seagull. They're a hybrid between two different species and have thus ended up unique. This one is straight up outside Ivar's, who is he's basically Seattle's greatest con man. He was Norwegian, I believe, a Norwegian immigrant who, he set up on, the piers and the waterfront. He just filled a tank up with water out the Puget Sound every morning, called it an aquarium, showed off whatever washed in that day, and sold fish and chips on the side. He did all kinds of, crazy stunts. We had a train derailment that was carrying... I can't remember what exactly it was carrying. It was carrying some kind of syrup, and so the man immediately, rolled out to it with a stack of pancakes for the photo op. Stuff like that. Wonderful. Well, trout are slippery. Picky fish. Might not see a lot till things are cleaned up. We just gotta keep making cash. We'll get them. We'll get it cleaned up. We're getting there. Let's see what we got for our next photo. We got a crab. Look at this guy. This was down on Discovery Park Beach. We had a good day. We had a good, we weren't even tide pooling. These were just actually up on the beach. And this little crab. Means the next one should be other crab we saw. Yeah, and then we saw this little hermit crab. You can see kind of the scale of them. Here's the grains of sand. Here's just the tiny little bits of kelp sticking up. That's how itty bitty this guy was. The bokeh. On account of very small guys. Very bright day. A good friend, though. A good friend. About as far away from Discovery Park as you can get. This is in the Virgin Islands. I do believe. Unless this is, I don't know. I take a lot of rope on a boat pictures. I think this isn't even the only one in this slideshow. Yes, so we have left the Puget Sound and we are now in the British Virgin Islands. There was just one beach we went to that was like covered in these snails. Like, only in this photo did I see any of the actual foot of the snail. It was just their shells everywhere. I think we should have another shot of them. Yeah, just the whole beach was basically like this. They were really cool. I love the, like, checkerboard pattern they have. I don't know, like, shit about mollusks. So I know nothing about them, but yeah. They were definitely like a, whoa, the details in photos kind of thing later on. Because, you know, the colors and the really striking checkerboard were why I took it. And yeah, only afterwards did I notice we had like the exposed foot of one here. So they were definitely, you know, alive snails. And like so many little babies. Look at all these itty bitty baby snails everywhere. Boom. I mean, they blended in so much with the larger shells, too. Like, you know, this one here, he just looks like a part of the pattern. So, yeah, these were really cool. These were only on, like, one of the, like, beaches we stopped by. Another beach we stopped by, we had these geckos everywhere. They were wonderful. This was, like, a little, like, kind of cabana restaurant that, they specialized in conch. So, like, I don't think I have a photo of it here, but the woman who owned it, you know, serving conch as well, and would also collect, like, all the conch shells people found on the beach, so just had, like, piles and piles. It was crazy. Well, despite the junk, this is a relaxing spot. Quiet, got some shade. It's perfect for fishing. I wish I had a close-by fishing spot, even if I would have to clean up piles of garbage. Here, we can clean up a little bit. Wonder what was in that pot. River's cleaner for more fish species. Let's see, what do we want to save up for next? I guess we could work on our shop next. So, you know, we'll work towards getting 1,000 for our shop next. We'll just keep an eye out. Next time the narrator pops up, or next time we're, you know, at a good break in the photos or something, we'll go clean up something else. But yes, these little guys, there were so many, because there was, you know, the restaurant was kind of like to the left of it, and then there was like a tiny little copse of trees with like this little seating area with these like paint blue things in there. And yeah, because of the trees, it was also full of these little guys, and they were wonderful and curious, therefore hams for camera. We're back in the Puget Sound. These are the random order that the file names popped off the cameras with. This was at the Crayland Beach Mermaid Museum, which was the cheesiest thing I have ever been to. You know, a mermaid museum attached to a winery, you know you're experiencing true roadside shit. True roadside shit. They had a Pog-flavored vodka, which I think is still in my freezer, because what do you honestly do with Pog-flavored vodka, aside from have to buy it? But we got he was tiny, just a tiny little sunfish. This is the greatest fish in the world, the Pacific spiny lumpsucker. Since we're back in the Puget Sound, we're back to Puget Sound fish. Like the spiny lumpsucker. This was the weirdest damn cookie packaging I have ever seen. Sea Friends Memorial. Please enjoy the sweets with wonderful memories. Why is it a memorial? Why is he a cookie? I didn't buy this. I don't know if the cookies were actually fish-shaped. Here's the best zine I've ever owned. Fake-ass crabs and how to identify them. A more absurd than you might expect. PSA by Sully. I have it? Is it right here? I might have it. It's right next to me still. Let's find out if I got the fake-ass crab zine next to me. There it is. Here we go. Here, I can't show you the pictures, but I can read you the fake-ass crabs zine. We got words. Yeah. Alright, that drawer's not going back in. Alright, fake-ass crabs and how to identify them. Let's talk about crabs. Y'all are using the term too loosely. People call everything crab like a crab, and we're all supposed to be okay with it. Through an evolutionary process, Carcinogen. This is such a, off word. Carcinization. Similar body types keep evolving to look more and more crab, but what looks crabby ain't always true crab. Won't stand for it anymore. I'm gonna teach you about some of these fake-ass crabs. Because I care about you learning something today. A fake crab is called an anomura. Major physical features of true-ass crabs. 1. Hard exoskeleton called a carapace that fully encloses their abdomen. 2. Decapods. 5 pairs of spidery as fuck legs, 4 used for walking, and 1 set of chelipeds. Pincers. 3. Wide flat body shape. Like porn, you might think you know a crab when you see one. You don't! Alright. We got hermit crabs. Live up to 40 years, 800 species alive today. Got a booty hidden in that shell. Can be terrestrial or aquatic. Horseshoe crab. Objectively, the best quote-unquote crab ever. Living fossil, 445 million years, 4 species alive today. Anthropod, 6 pairs of legs. Kinda hipster. King crab. Grow spikes when they get older. Up to 20 pounds and 5 foot long. Very scary, potentially evil. Can live 30 years. Crab Rangoon, 3 by 3 inches. Pretty damn tasty. Not crab, cod, or sometimes pollock. Occasionally halibut, but halibut got expensive, so not so much anymore. I would generally always eat Rangoon. I cannot eat the Rangoons. The dairy allergy has taken them away from me, and that's disgusting. That's an injustice done to me personally by this world. Porcelain crab. Aggro little dude. 4,075 species alive today, average body width 1 inch. Often sacrifice limbs to save themselves. Squat lobster. Abdomen tucked under body, so it looks crabby. Nice legs, loser. Average size 1 inch to 3.5 inches. 900 species alive today. And those are our fake-ass crabs, and how to identify them. Our author, who is Kaiju Cabal on Instagram, it looked me. It's either a really square @ sign or an Instagram logo. Anyway, it's Kaiju Cabal _ in there. They say they've recently become gently hyperfixated on crabs. Part of it is a fear response because they're overwhelmingly just wet spiders. And they are terrified of spiders. Part of it is, just like weird little guys, excellent taste. Weird little guys are good. The people love a weird little guy. But also they're fascinating. This scene is all about funny crabs, aka Anomura. See? And that's your educational segment for the day. Fake-ass crabs and how to identify them. How we doing over here? How we doing? How we doing, game? What we got going on? Alright, we're over 1,000. So we could clear out this lid. Take the lid out with the pot. Or we can upgrade our shop and work on cash a little faster. So why don't we do that? Oh, there we go. Perch left to eat. Small fish. Worms. Crayfish. I think I see one down there. I'd take a perch. After all these blue... Oh, we got one. We got one. I think we can see our stats here. Yeah, there we go. So, you know, we've picked up 5 perch and 3 bass to our 258 bluegills. It's probably one bluegill that we keep throwing back who's just like, ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Yeah, you know. Bluegill are really pretty. Are they smart? No. 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 But you can't hold that against them. Here is Kurimanju with a starfish at the Seattle Aquarium recently. There he is. That's his new best friend. Just a little guy. He just had a very pleasing angle to his top arm to keep it under the water there. Big fan. Big fan. We got this guy. Look at him go. Bipping and bopping. Bobbing along. Giving himself a little float. You love to see it. Here we go. This is the urchin I was talking about who was propped up so you could see his mouth. That was cool. I don't know if it's the time of year or something. Maybe. But it's interesting that, yeah, that he's so pale. But you can see the purple's starting to come in. His actual little, like, tentacles still got that really deep purple. But yeah, the spines were so pale on him. This is a stuffed spiny lumpsucker, which, may be the greatest toy ever made. I was like mid-sentence. We were there at the aquarium. This was fairly recently. So, you know, we're walking in the aquarium, like, we're leaving through the gift shop because, you know, you gotta leave through the gift shop. And I am midway through the sentence that, you know, since we're going down to LA, I'm gonna go to the Aquarium of the Pacific, like, this month. Because this was just like late last month. I was like, oh, you know, I gotta save my zoo and aquarium gift shop, like, fund for that. I have to stop halfway through the sentence because I lock eyes across the gift shop with stuffed lumpsucker, and it was like, excuse me? What do you mean? What do you mean? So yeah, I brought him home. I acquired a giant suction cup to, like, sew to his belly so I can stick him to things. Although I need to stabilize it a little bit more. I think I'm gonna have to run a thread underneath, like, his dorsal fin and connect it through just so that it's, like, solid so I can, like, really just stick him to whatever I want. It's good stuff. This is back in the Virgin Isles. Trying to remember where exactly this is. I think this was, like, our first hotel, which was pretty funny. Okay. So we arrive, you know, after, like, you know, a million hours of flights from Seattle down to Atlanta so we can hit the, you know, the big hub, and then down there. And then we had to catch a ferry to get to this final location. And then it's like, there was no hot water. There was no hot water. And this was like, you know, this was supposed to be a little resort for, you know, the Uber reach to get onto, like, their yachts and stuff. So you could tell it was like, ooh, we're luxury, but it was like the wrong idea of luxury. So, like, yeah, you could get this, like, bare trickle of, like, warm water for your shower and stuff, and it was like, please, it is too humid here to not have showers. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure that that's where this is, and this is on the balcony. And this is also where, so, we wore masks the whole time. Going to an airport without masks? Excuse me? This was several years ago, too. So, you know, the coronavirus was still fresh in people's minds. Of course, my, like, brother and sister-in-law do not. They do not. So there we are. We are about to get on a boat for, like, a solid week. We are about to be stuck on a boat with these people, and it is the morning of, where all of a sudden they just text everybody and are like, oh, we just tested positive for COVID. You what? So here we are. We are on an island in the middle of nowhere. I guess not in the middle of nowhere. So we have to, because they have texted everybody, immediately the, like, hotel and, like, boat staff are like, don't you leave your rooms, and we will have tests delivered to you. And so, like, as the hours are ticking by, like, we get, none of the rest of us, like, got it, but instead of, like, going on the boat trip with the rest of us, they got stuck here. They got stuck here in the place with no hot water. Narrator man, I missed your delightful commentary. Still going, huh? I believe in you. You'll catch it. Oh yeah, especially because, you know, we can do some cleaning now. Here, we'll take this pot lid out of here. Oh, we were so close on that, but not quite. So here, how about we upgrade our bait instead? Bread's working well, so you use up the rest. Alright. Alright, we're doing good. We're doing good. We're cleaning, we're improving. So yeah, so here's more boat rope. That's that same trip. Same trip. This is after... After? Maybe this was on the boat. I think this was on the boat. The woman who, like... Because we had a married couple who were like running the boat we were on. Yeah, the woman was really sweet. This seems like her. She's like a delightful Australian woman. He was Italian, like actual Italian, not like Italian American. They were really cute. They were cool. Oh, there's that boat. Oh, the bass will eat the little bluegills. Probably having a field day. Well, not since I'm taking like the dumbest bluegill over and over again. Yeah, basically just spent the whole trip like out on these like big bean bags. Just roll me inside when it's time to eat meals and maybe sleep. Maybe sleep. I could sleep out here. It was good stuff. We have again launched ourselves from Virgin Isles all the way back to the Puget Sound. This is back at Grayland Beach. So this is down in southern Washington, but along the coastline. This is a strange little, like, local aquarium down there. You know, one of those distinctly not accredited type places. A little closer to Ivor Haglund's, so I filled these tanks up with ocean water. What do you think we're getting today, kind of thing. But they did have... the whole thing was distinctly staffed by high schoolers. They probably just do it as volunteer work as part of their graduation requirements. So you do get grand signs like, bear witness to the children of the dinosaurs, oppressor of mammals now tamed. The skeletons were pretty cool, though. There he is. Look at that dinosaur go. And yeah, it was just this, like, pen of straw with, like, 2 or 3 ducks in it. Looking pretty good. The frightening dinosaur. Butterflies. I don't take a whole lot of fish pictures. Fish are hard to take pictures of. But I do like bugs. Bugs are easy to take pictures of if you can find them. There we go. There's fish. Give him a little pet. Give him a little... Pony. Pony. Oh, here's a little cuttlefish. Taking a little cuddle nap, I guess. I got another pretty good picture of him, where I actually just had my, like, camera settings, like, screwed up. But for some reason, the cuttlefish, like, nailed the shot. This guy was cool. He must have only taken a little bit of damage to his arm, so he did try and start growing another one. So now he's just got crazy arm going. Crazy arm. Here are future delicious salmon. Look at how good they all look. This guy looks the tastiest. Yeah. It's all on you, man. Oh, this was a fun day, because the octopus just kind of crammed right up against the glass right here, and then just kept shifting colors between, like, its normal red and this, like, really pale white. That was fun. That was fun to watch. Plus, we had all the, like, suckers up against the glass. It was, like, cool. This is what going to aquariums is all about, baby. Seeing cool octopus stuff. Their octopus, like, usually rotates. It's not always the same octopus you can go to the Seattle Aquarium, because they do, like, re-release them as they go. The aquarium in Sydney, Vancouver that's a really cool aquarium that does like a lot of like sea life rehabilitation. But like the ferry that used to go from like the San Juan Islands to Sydney broke down. So they canceled the route for a little bit. Well, Washington State does our thing of we're totally going to replace our ferries with electric. We swear to God, one of these decades we're going to do that. So the route was closed down for boat shortages. Then 2020 and Corona happened. And like for some reason the ferry staff were like a huge problem with like not wanting to get vaccines and stuff. So Washington State Ferries lost like just an absolutely deranged amount of staff. So then they had the staff shortages. And then another one of the ferries broke down. And I think that was one of the ferries that ran off of Seattle. So they had to pull a ferry off the San Juan Island routes to come down here. And then that was crazy short forever, and they still haven't replaced any of the boats. So anyway, this is a long story short to say that we still don't have a like ferry up to Sydney. So I've not been up to Sydney in a bajillion years, and I'm really sad because I really liked their aquarium. But yes, they do a lot of like aquatic wildlife rehabilitation up at that aquarium. And sometimes the Seattle Aquarium does too, mostly with their octopus program. Here's a duck. Here's a duck. This is at an Oregon State fish hatchery. This is at the one with the sturgeon pond. I can't remember the name of it now. It's at the Columbia Gorge, so it's just, you know, just outside of Washington. You know, a whole like 5 minutes over the border into Oregon. But yes, we got delicious trout, you know, like we're trying to catch here. They got salmon, and yeah, we're stocking there in Oregon. But yeah, these two mallards were hanging out, and they were like, my good side? Of course. Of course. Of course. Since these were just display ponds at the hatchery, they had like, you know, fish food pellets that you could give the fish, so of course that's what the ducks were there for. Praying and hoping. Oh yeah, I'm still going, delightful narrator guy. Oh, here we go. We've raised some good cash. We can do a little more cleaning. We can clean out this wagon wheel. We can upgrade our rod one more time. Yeah, there we go. Found a better quality rod. Cleaned up part of the wagon. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're gonna get that golden trout. We're gonna get him. Gonna get him. We stopped by here on our way out to like a little like hot spring. Oh, and that was so nice. That was take me back. Drop me in an onsen and leave me there for the rest of my day, and I will be perfectly happy. I will be so happy for the rest of time. But yes, this hatchery also featured a sturgeon pond. It had several sturgeons. I don't think this was the big guy, but yeah, they have one dry bongo. Gotta get the education sign on here. You know, fish this big would be about 25 years old. Female sturgeon do not spawn until they are over 20 years old and over 6 feet long. That's what makes sturgeon caviar so expensive. Males spawn when they are 4 feet long or about 12 years old. Sturgeon are modern relics of an ancient group of fishes. Changed very little since they appeared 20 million years ago. Oh, speaking of, here's some more Animal Crossing. Whales. Same one. I was like, look, here's our Monster Hunter aquatic wildlife. We had our gigantic snail boy. He was hard to get the pictures of, to get all the like endemic life? Is that what they call them? I can't remember if these technically counted as a part of that or if they were like a separate thing. But yeah, you had to get him he had to spawn in the first place. You had to find these couple of few places where you could like wave to him so that he would roar back at you. It was good stuff. This was Harvestella's sea life. Look at him. Its cute little eyes peek out from behind its claws. Dead accurate. Super cute. Harvestella is a great game. More people should play it. It's like... It was exactly the amount of farm sim you want. It was like farm sim stripped down to just the essentials, and also an RPG is happening. And it's like you had the silence, which was part of the plot of Harvestella, where like you couldn't go outside. And like so that was part of the thing you had to take into consideration with the farming and stuff. It was really interesting. It was a very good game. I highly recommend Harvestella. Oh, since the last time I was opening cards, I was talking about Terminator Nyan. I found the photo of the statue that was at USJ. Had to include that in here, since we were talking about him recently. There he is. Terminator Nyan. He was great. He was beautiful. There was also like one of the Akaoni dressed up as the like pirate USJ mascot. That statue was like over this way. Here's one of those fishing restaurants in Osaka. Got some babies. I think this is also Osaka. I think we're at the Osaka Aquarium now. Yeah, here's a giant salamander. Iguana. Capybara. I don't think this is technically the Osaka Aquarium yet. I think this was some kind of other wildlife park thing, but... Grumpy. Look at how mad he looks. He's so angry. He's so mad. The Emperor Penguins don't look as mad. This one looks a little disappointed in him. This guy's like, oh my god, whatever, Dad. Giant isopods. This is what it's all about, baby. This is what peak performance looks like. Giant isopods. Boom. The finest, the greatest. You love to see it. Oh my god. Look at that cute butt. This is the roundest you ever done it. You ever seen it done. I love them so much. The whale shark is, you know, that's your reason you go to the Osaka Aquarium if you're not just an aquarium freak. Is yeah, the huge tank with the whale shark. But you can also see guys like this. Here's a really blurry picture of their octopus. There's that whale shark again. It is absolutely incredible to see. Pipefish doing their cool thing. Spider crab. It's not nearly as cute as the Animal Crossing one, but you know, still pretty cute. There they are. We also went to the Monster Hunter Cafe. You had to get the roast meat because you know they played the whole like steak song for you. You know, you're there, you're waiting for your meal, and there it goes. The fucking the whole jingle. They roll it out. I have this very alarmed little Airu made out of nori. I entombed him in packing tape, and I believe I still have him in a scrapbook. He survived. He survived from here, the rest of the vacation, a flight home, entombing in tape, and... Who was this? Man. This was a long, long time ago. I don't know if I got any, like, data on these. Oh, here, we can verify. We can see when this was. Okay, because this was when the Yokai Watch, like, movie came out with Koala Nyan. So you can get the exact date. Because they had the fucked up manju at the time. Like, these were all hilariously bad. The Jibanyans were always really bad, but the Koala Nyans are my favorite. So this was the third Yokai Watch movie. What year did you come out? This was the live action, like, well, 50% live action movie. So 2016. 2016. That little Nori guy is 10 years old now, and I'm pretty sure he's fine. I looked through scrapbooks pretty recently. I don't recall seeing any horrific mold monsters. Salmon. Otters. We got an otter. We got a delightful dandelion. That makes one long for a summer day. They're so cute. They are so ridiculously adorable. Komodo. He's just a cute guy. We're kind of picking up on cash. Let's break from Komodos and go spend some cash on our fish. Yeah, alright. We'll pull this wagon out the water. Since we pulled out the wheel, we'll get that out of there. Got anything we can spend just 1,000 on? I don't think so. I think we're expensive now. Alright. We'll be back. We'll be back. More duck. Got a pretty cute duck. Pretty cute duck. Yeah, unfortunately, when it comes to trying to find fish photos, I have to accept that I prefer taking bird photos. Birds are fun to photograph. Here's more otter. You know, crabs. Crabs are pretty good, though. I don't know where this guy is. I have no absolute idea where I took this picture. But look at this guy go. Oh, so many tiny barnacles on him. You gotta pick those off, guy. Those are gonna get to be a problem. This one will really be a problem. That one's gonna take over your eye, buddy. Get your little pincy in there. Take care of those barnacles, buddy. Lumpfish. These might be Sydney. These don't look like the Seattle Aquarium. We got some koi. See, these truly capture how hard it is to take actual photos of fish. Koi are so hard to photograph. And you really want to because you're looking at them and they're beautiful and it seems fine. And then it's like, how do I convince camera to actually capture this? It's hard. You can't. We got a red ear slider, though. When I was a kid, I had a book about red ear sliders that had actually been like my mom's book as childhood, and it was always really funny because like she had written so many like terrible things about her sister in this book. There was just like horrific caricatures of her like older sister in here, just brutality of children, and it was just this delightful book about like a kid finding a red-eared slider and wanting to take it home, and oh, here's the realities of pet turtle care, and you turn the page and there it is. Hate! Good stuff. Anyway, I can't see these turtles without thinking about hilarious child caricatures. Baby. Look at her eyes. She got that red eyeliner on. She's looking good. She's looking good. Well, okay, I guess he's looking good. She's looking good. She's the moment. She's like, did somebody say a little bit of leg? Ooh. Ooh. Going by the tire tracks on the beach, this is also Grayland, because that's a beach you can drive on. Blech. Also stinky with all that seaweed. Oh, there's a grumpy guy. See, but you can see, he is not the same kind of seagull that he is. We got seagull species for days up here, and yeah, with a specific, like, Seattle hybrid. This is the dangerous surf corgi. One of the deadliest creatures known to man. We got 3 of them rising out of the surf to punish man for his hubris. Look at them go. God damn, they're adorable. They are so cute. Those aren't my dogs. I don't envy the person who had to get 3 wet corgis into their car after this. But I appreciate that I got to watch their corgis. Cute as hell. Cute as hell. Oh. Here's a chipmunk. Munching. Crunching. So cute. Here's a guy. Birds are more fun to photograph than fish. I'm sorry, it's a fact. Pelican. He's kind of like a fish. If fish were an awful bird. There's that turd again. Oh, this was back at that really sketchy like aquarium down in Grayland. No, I'm probably just hanging out. Wife got to hold down the fort at Cap Hill while everybody else is working the con, so. Alas, no Sakura Con for me. But at least we're going down to Anaheim for FanFest. Are we going into FanFest? No. But, you know, since everybody else will be down there, so will we. Which is good, because last year I didn't get to set foot in a single convention. And that was just unfair to me, personally. Let's make our shop better. Make cash faster. Yeah, exactly. Since it's at the Anaheim Convention Center, it's like pretty literally across the street from, why did I just lose the name? California Adventure. There's like the backside of California Adventure, a street, and then the Anaheim Convention Center, basically. So it's like, it's right there. We can hang out in like downtown Disney with people who are at FanFest. I can go be outside FanFest and still do some of the sticker trading and stuff. Yeah. Close enough. Close enough. Oh, speaking of FanFest, this is from the Monterey Aquarium. Not Monterey. Yeah. Mandalay Bay, yes. I'm like, what the hell is that Vegas casino name? Yeah, this is from their aquarium from the last FanFest, where we did the fish meet up there. Here's Gulliver at the Seattle Aquarium. Back to Vegas. I don't know what Gulliver got in between there. Maybe not. Maybe... I'm trying to remember. Did we have a guy like this in Seattle? They closed off like this whole half of the aquarium when they opened the Ocean Pavilion. So I don't know what they're doing with that whole half of the building. But yeah, this is when there was the Animal Crossing thing. Which was mostly cardboard cutouts. There was like 1 or 2 little screens with like Blathers information that were fun. Orca Skull in the Seattle Aquarium. This was much better. This was also going on during the Animal Crossing thing where we had the celebrities. Top tier punning. Absolutely disgusting. Fish. Little baby. Yeah. I don't remember what all I had set wrong in my camera, but this guy worked it anyway. Little shrimp. I guess he's a prawn, actually. I think he'd be a prawn, actually. Little cardinal. Being adorable. Is there anything better than when you go to a zoo and a heron has made the zoo its house, too? Absolutely not. Herons have their ability to find any body of water and make themselves the main attraction. Unmatched. Unmatched. I think that's it. I think we've made it. We've looped. We've looped. We're here. We're looking at nature forever. All right. Now we gotta lock in. We gotta lock in on finding our golden trout. What can we repair? Well, we can make our gear better. So we got that going at least. Alright, we are up to 8 normal trout. 16 bass, 21 perch. We are making it happen with the bluegills. The bluegills are getting a little much. The bluegills are getting to be a little much. Come on, guy. He's getting there. He's getting there. Oh, look, we can almost upgrade our bait. We are so close to the bait upgrade. Boom. If you're running out of bread, you find some cheese. It's very pungent. Something fish love. The fish do be loving cheese as bait. There's lots of weird things you can use as bait to the extent that you actually want to check. You want to check that you're not illegally using weird things as bait. Because every once in a while, they will limit your ability to use things like that. They don't want you causing problems. They don't want you causing problems. But you can find like cheese flavored baits and stuff. Especially when it comes to trout. Get you little trout marshmallows. Just come in all kinds of little flavors that I assume are good for fish. Who knows? Who knows? The little neon marshmallows were always like my favorite thing as a kid. Can we afford anything else? Nope, we're way off affording. We're way off affording. Think we may be out this segment before we golden trout it. Oh no, we're gonna get him though. We're gonna get him though. He's coming. We're gonna get that trout. We're gonna get him. Here, we'll take our ad break while we build up cash. There we go. Surely with another 3 minutes. And then we won't have to take another ad break for another hour. We'll be good to go. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. And I'm back. How we doing, fish? How we doing? Oh, now we got cash. Now we can start repairing, like, the walls. Let's do the big wall. Repairing the wall, prevent runoff from the bank. River's cleaner for more fish species. We got a 23% chance of prized fish. We are coming up hot on 1,000 bluegill. That's not good. That's too many bluegill. That is too many bluegill. We're starting to look good, though. You know, we got a little bit of industrial runoff happening. We're going to take care of it soon. Our gear's not quite up at, like, the max either, so, you know, we're doing fine. We got plenty of upgrades we could still be doing. Oh. Hi, narrator man. It's been a while. Hope things are well with you. Thanks, narrator guy. I appreciate ya. Alright, now it's a race. Now it's, are we gonna get 1,000 bluegill first? Or the golden trout? Who's it gonna be? Looks like our gear going up to max is gonna be our next thing that we can afford. I would like to live in a world where I can get $40 for a bluegill. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? That would be nice. Why can't I make thousands and thousands of dollars just chilling and fishing? Man. Nah, I mean, okay, because it does go like this, just plump. Alright. Get a new rod holder, making it easier to see bites. You have the best chance at prize catches now. Thumbs up. You know. Now that we can get like $80 per bluegill, even better. Now we're cooking with gas. This guy's gonna come. He's gonna come any minute now. No, we're gonna pass 1,000 bluegill first. It's coming. It's happening. My money's on the bluegill. They're gonna take it. Let's go, 1,000 bluegill. Alright, so we need 6,000 for our bait. 8,000 there. 7,000 there. Do we want to do our bait? Or do we want to repair our wall next? We have increased the cash. So we're doing pretty good there. It's not going to take as long to build things up. Maybe bait? Let's do our bait next. Yeah. Yeah. We are so close to that 1,000th bluegill. It's gonna be our real celebration moment here. 92. Oh man. Here they come. 5 more bluegill. 3 more bluegill. Exciting. Oh, hey, Bass, come on. Yay! 1,000 bluegill. Let's upgrade our bait to celebrate. You were able to buy a nice can of worms. This is what the fish love to eat. Alright, now we're cooking with worms. We're bringing our A game. Let's see the golden trout do the same. Come on, buddy bear. What a delightful windmill. Cash. Wall. We can do the wall next. We can do the wall next. Unless this trout wants to show up. Oh, we're almost to 20 trout. That's almost as exciting as 1,000 bluegill. Almost. Almost. He pays a lot better, at least. We got 5. So we're getting there. We're getting there. We are one of the thirds towards getting rid of the runoff. One of the thirds. All right. We're gonna repair the wall first. We're going for the wall. We got this. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it for us. We're gonna do it for us. And for the fish. But also for us. How come we set up our little shop on the opposite side of the river from us? If I repair the wall, am I going to be able to get over there? That seems a little stressful for me. It's okay. Maybe I've got a bridge over here. Or maybe on the other side of the, mill here. It's a mystery. Not worth overthinking. Boom! Alright. We have truly repaired. Once we take care of that runoff, this little creek is gonna be looking good. This little creek is gonna be looking delightful, even. I'll be real with you all. I played this yesterday. I had caught the golden trout by this point. We just get a chill, though. It's okay. Look how much faster our money's going up now, so we're doing fine. I'm not concerned. I'm gonna be a fish millionaire. We'll just hover until we got our cash, and then boom. Then we'll make the cash back even faster. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good stuff. We've managed to restore the environment back to pristine. With our sweet bluegill money. Sweet, sweet bluegill money. With the roof, you can sell fish, rain or shine. Your fish are selling at the best price. See, so if that golden trout drops, we'll get 8,000 for him. Ooh! Then we can finish cleaning up the whole dealio. And then we'll be good to go. We're gonna be so good to go. So good to go. We need 15K to finish up the last one. I think we're gonna get there before we get the golden trout. Because our money is just churning in now. $200 perch. Man. It truly just makes me want to go back to Colorado. It's not like there's not fishing here. But I don't know where the hell any of it is. You know, we've lived here for like decades now. Dedicated the whole time to just yearning after Colorado fishing. I know my in-laws go fly fishing down in Oregon. They do like a yearly fishing trip thing, which is really adorable. It's so cute. Alright, we've upgraded everything. He's got no choice. He's gotta bite any second now. Now look at the money coming in. Dang. I don't think we're gonna get luck. I think he's not gonna show. We'll give him 10 more catches. There's 3 of them. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope, he's not showing up for us today. It's alright. It's alright. He loves us. But he's not coming home today. It's so cute. So good. Let me link it. That way it'll pop up on the screen and it'll be there during, you know, the YouTube VOD and such. Free with a suggested $2 dono. So on and so forth. Alright, let's return to the power of fish. That was the one where we were interrogating fish to determine whether or not they were evil.